Hello again. Welcome back to Vegas Valley Treasures. Once again, my name is Kenneth. I am your host, your hand model, and the Vegas Valley Treasure Hunter, self-proclaimed, of course. And once again, for those who don't recall, that means I like to go out and buy pretty things and bring them home. And that has gotten me into trouble because my house is now filled with pretty things that I don't really need, can't use, and want to send back out into the world. Um, I have a little bit of a problem with jewelry. See, I have a tendency to futz with things when I'm offline, and I keep forgetting that I need to take the time to bring these pieces out into my camera world, so that you guys can see what I do. Otherwise, it really isn't doing me much good to fix things that people don't know that exist. So this was a piece that I had sitting around for a while. That it was just a chain and this charm, and it just didn't look right because the chain was fixed on the charm, and I prefer charms to float on chains rather than be fixed, unless of course it's a bracelet and you need that specific spacing. So I actually added in the two jump rings and the lobster clasp already, and this has been sitting in my bin to finish. Well, this is a pretty little piece of very large, very prominent rhinestones and the word love on a pink heart. And let's just finish this thing off and put it to bed. Just adding in the jump ring to make this thing float on the chain. And then we'll get on to looking at some random purchase pieces that I've got over here. So for reference, guys, I always like to have the lobster clasp to my left when I'm attaching something to a chain, so that everything faces forward, and the person who's putting it on will have the lobster clasp in their left hand when they're trying to close it, so that the right hand holds onto the open jump ring. Makes it a little bit easier for most right-handed people. Not to say left-handed people are wrong. That's not my intention here. Just what needs to be done to make it more accessible for most people. And like I said, I just wanted this thing to float on the chain, not be fixed on the chain. So that was easily done. Let's grab a jewelry card and a bag, and we'll put it to bed in with Grogu over here. But I've noticed that some of my videos are getting some hits, and I appreciate that. I think we're up to like 26 hits on the best video, which is the 1 hour initial video I did. Just me with that big pile of jewelry from the summer purchase, and I have another little bit of that today, so we'll go through that. And we will get everything together and evaluate as we're going. Let's just put this into a nice baggie. Try to do that without hitting the microphone as I've been doing. Trying to get better. It's a little cramped, the space I have here. I've got like a 1.5 feet between me and the little board here, and not really a lot of room between me and the microphone. I've got a few inches between my right arm and the microphone, but we'll make do. Okay, it's put to bed until I do the next piece of the puzzle. By the way, just so you know, the next piece of the puzzle for me to get this to be sold on Whatnot is I have to take a picture of it and make it look good. I need to do the data entry on Whatnot, and then tag the jewelry bag and put it in its appropriate bin so that I can find it again. Everything I have is tagged and numbered once it's been processed. Okay, so let's grab some jewelry and take it. Oh boy. Ooh. Those are nice white beads. And they're all individually glued into place. Interesting. Okay. Looks good from the perspective of sellable. It's not. It doesn't have any accumulation of garbage. It's got a hair. Let's get rid of the hair. Yuck. Okay. That's what happens when you buy lots of jewelry. You get all sorts of pieces and parts, and not always the parts you want. Let's check the clasp. It opens, it closes, it locks. Oh, good. Let's put this on a jewelry card. It looks like it's ready to be evaluated and put up for sale. Why not, right? So we'll undo the clasp, feed it through my lovely little jewelry card. I will fumble with it as I always do. There we go. I actually got word yesterday. I went out to I go out to a local bar here in town. They have a Wednesday night comedy night. For those of you who are in the know, you are in the know. I actually got approached by one of my friends there who told me he started watching my feeds because he started seeing me posting about them on Facebook. And I really appreciate that. Guys, if you are watching, please, I know it's a common practice to hear it, please like and subscribe if you can. I have every intention to make lots of videos. I know that making these videos is not going to pay the bills, but at very worst, I put my footprint out into the world for future viewers. You know what? I want to put an extender on this. Even though this is perfect the way it is, I think it would actually it would do to have an extender on this. What do you guys think? If nothing else, so it looks good on the card. But I mean, we can attach it to the card anyway, just fumbling to it like that. But does this really need an extender? I mean, it's long enough that it doesn't. Never mind. I'm just going to put it sit it on the card like that. I'm going to be lazy. Oh, of course. Lazy, lazy, lazy. Sometimes it pays to be lazy. Usually not. Good enough. And put this through this. I just want it to be presentable. And I want somebody who loves little pieces like this to have something to love and take it home. No, I'm not inviting somebody to come and steal my stuff. I'm inviting you to come and join me on Whatnot, either for my live streams, which I probably need to do one today, just for the sake of getting one out there again. Or, if you're so inclined, there's a whole buy it now section of jewelry I have. Okay. I think we're going to go with the idea of putting another link on there. If it's frustrating me to get it on a jewelry card, it's going to frustrate somebody to close it around their neck. And I don't want that kind of frustration from something I sell. Besides, it takes a second to stick another jump ring on there. And make sure it's closed properly. No gap. Wonderful. Okay, so let's try this one more time. Sorry it's taking me so long to get this one piece on the jewelry card. I'll try to make this video a tad longer to make up for me and my fumbling. I don't have any editing software, so I can't really edit it out. My only choice is to do it again, and I certainly don't want to do this again. That would look really bad, and it would be really frustrating on my part. See? And now it's on the card. Let's put it in a baggie. Actually, baggies to make it easier to grab. By the by, if my phone dings, I'm going to answer it. My girlfriend likes to text me while she's at work, and I like to text her back. She's a wonderful person. And I hope to keep that relationship going and the fire in the relationship stoked and all that. I know she loves me. She tells me all the time. And I tell her as well. But you don't need to hear that. This is a jewelry channel. But, hey, worst things have happened, right? Okay, so this is an interestingly weird piece. I've got things that are, oh, wow. Where's the, oh, there's the beginning of it. There we go. So we've got a thick chain that leads to two really big rings and a bunch of random pieces stuck between, and then we've got a few stray chain pieces that don't seem to have friends. They don't attach throughout the piece. Is there a jewelry mark on this? I don't see anything. It's much too heavy to be anything except ferrous. And once again, for those who don't know, ferrous means that it's iron based, so it would be attracted to a magnet. Let's see. Like I said, ferrous based. Yeah, let's take a minute. We can do something with this. If nothing else, just clean up those stragglers, because there's no reason for them to be on here. We'll pare those off. Or should I pinch them off? Or whatever you want to call it. Ooh, another hair. Yuck. Well, apparently whoever had these pieces had long hair. And I don't need long hair on my jewelry. So we'll take that piece off. Where else do we have one? Right there. I'm sure they were meant to be pretty and connect to both sides, but apparently they're broken off in one form or fashion, or somebody added them on, which is another possibility, but more unlikely. I can't see somebody adding on pieces that look like they're broken. See? Or the other option is these are supposed to be there and they were taken off on the other side. But either way, it's now an imbalanced piece in a very weird way, and I don't want an imbalanced piece. The mathematician in me struggles with some of those concepts. I like things to be both beautiful, and I really, really like symmetry. I know it's not exactly the thing you look for always in jewelry, but I do. And one more section here, apparently. It looks like it's all the same chain, both silver and gold tones. Maybe we can connect them up and make something useful out of it later. But in the meantime, we're taking these little stragglers off. Is that it? Yeah, so let's see what we got now. There. Oh, this is a named piece. Look at that. We'll have to take that off because it's no longer a named piece. I just made an adjustment to it. This was a loft piece. You can see it on the tag. I'm going to remove the tag. I know it's kind of counterproductive to do that because you would want a named piece to have its name, but it's no longer the piece anymore. I just made an adjustment to it. Not that I expected this piece to be worth what it originally was, because it had broken pieces on it, but still. So let's remove that loft tag at the end. Probably the worst thing in the world for me to be doing. And once again, I invite you to comment and tell me I'm crazy for doing this. But like I said, it's no longer the original piece, and I don't want anyone to think it is. And if it has a tag on it, I would myself expect it to be where it started rather than where I would adjust it to. So, goodbye. And I'll never use that loft piece, but whatever. What is going on here? Oh, just a little bit of twist to the chain, easily remedied. I mean, all in all, it looks good, you know. Let's get that there. It's got all these lovely little pieces. I wonder if I should organize the... Nah, I'm not going to reorganize it. I was debating whether I want to make the order on one side equal to the order on the other so they don't braid like that. But, I mean, it actually looks good like that. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's put this on a jewelry card and send it on its merry way. Okay. The class works. One of the things we always check. The last thing we want to do is send something out into the world here that isn't useful or broken. I don't like broken stuff. I like fixing broken stuff or repurposing broken stuff. I admit that wholeheartedly. Okay, and let's grab a baggie. If you haven't done so already, you could do me the favor of clicking that follow button, subscribe to the channel. Do a lot of good. I think I've got 2 subscribers, and they're both people I know. Trying to make this into something more than just me documenting my attempts to peddle my wares. But hey. Okay, so wow, that's messed up. This is very dirty. We've got a string of beads. They look pearl-esque, but they're not pearls. Well, at least I don't think they are. And I'm certainly not putting dirty things up to my teeth to figure that out. Obviously, this was 3 strings. And now it's 1. And I'm missing all sorts of pieces. So this, first of all, this needs to go through and be cleaned. I've got one of those little ultrasonic cleaners. Throw that in there and scrub these. Maybe we can make a necklace out of this later. So let's put this into the fix-it box. And let's see what we got. Ooh, let's see. This has... Oh, this is a Chico's piece. Very nice. Glad to see that. Okay, so we've got a single strand going to a double strand with these lovely little baubles in between. Let's push this to the correct position. Okay, this, wow, it's actually pretty. Probably can go through the ultrasonic cleaner. It's got a little bit of dirt on it. But other than that, yeah. I think it's good to go. What do you guys think? Gotta figure out what to appraise this at. Anything that has a jewelry mark on it, I try to look up to see what I can sell it for. It usually winds up in the Buy It Now section of my store. But it's a nice piece. Huh. Okay, let's put this to the side for cleaning. And let's move these pieces from the other one to my scrap box. Scrap. By the way, guys, if you ever decide to do something like this, hold on to the scrap pieces. Believe it or not, it's usually helpful to have pieces at hand so you don't have to dig for it. This is nice. It's like a tube chain. Let's see. So we got a bead on this end. Nice. Or is this a crystal? The chain itself seems to be in reasonable shape. Not seeing any problems. Okay, so it connects here and becomes a 2 pieces. Oh, it's glued. Interesting. Okay, so let's follow the right side, and it ends in a bobble, and we try to follow the left side, and it's got a knot which we can take out, and it's got some glue. That's not good. We'll have to clean that off. Oh, well, there's most of it. Looks like it's inside the tube, so we're not going to get to that easily. Oh, we can untangle it. I don't know what to do with this. I mean, look, it's 3 varied length tube chains connected with glue. My first thought is to disconnect it because it doesn't look good where it's teeing there. I could easily see trying to make something of it. There's some glue here. That's that one. The long tube itself I could probably do something with. I just don't have end pieces that I can attach easily. Huh. Let's put this into the project bin, and we'll get back to it later. If you have any idea what that is, let me know. Again, something to put in the comments. Okay, some simple black beads. It's a little dusty, but other than that, it's just beads. Yay, Mardi Gras. Actually, I think we can just put this up for sale. Nothing wrong with it. It's got all of its pieces. Nothing's broken. It's long enough to go over somebody's head and double over, in fact. Yeah, let's put it out. There you go, Grogu. Let's keep going. Okay. Hello. That's a interesting necklace. I don't see any jewelry tags. Another hair. Ugh. These end pieces are missing gems. The little rhinestone right there is missing. A couple of rhinestones right there are missing. That's not good. And these pieces here, at least 2 of them are missing rhinestones. Will this make it off this? No. I'd have to disconnect this in order to free up the pieces. There's lots of missing rhinestones. That's unfortunate. I mean, I could try to replace some of them, but that's a lot of work. Okay, to the scrap bin you go. What are you? Okay, we've got a tag. That is a letter R. I'm going to have to look that up. I don't know what that is off the top of my head. Wow. That is quite the pendant. It's lost a lot of its luster. It just needs to be cleaned. I don't know. That is pretty though. So let's check the clasp. Well, the clasp opens and closes. That's good. It's got a nice long extender. Considering this is a choker length necklace, that is pretty. But definitely needs to be cleaned. I mean, just me wiping it off is changing the color from whatever schmutz it has to its silver base. That is nice. We're going to put this in the pile to be cleaned. Nice. Okay, what do we got here? We've got a daisy with some white pearls. Or white beads, it's not pearls. The daisy's not perfect. You can see there's like white enamel missing over on this leaf here. And on the tips here. Still pretty though. It's definitely got some sort of marking. Let me grab my magnifier here. See if I can't see what's going on. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Definitely one of the tools of the trade. You need to be able to see what's going on, especially if you're getting old like I am. Excuse me for taking this off camera. The tag and the clasp, not the tag, but the back of the sunflower right over there, and the clasp itself say Marvella. Not familiar with that brand, but of course, always happy to see a jewelry name. I might be able to sell it in this condition, but it's not perfect, which is unfortunate. But it is pretty. The beads are individually knotted, which is nice. Another random stray hair. Let's get that out of here. Ugh. But that is the price of buying jewelry that's had a previous owner. I think I'm going to keep this together. I mean, I could easily take this apart and make two different strands of beads and just put them on a nice lobster clasp. But I think we're going to look up this piece itself and see if we can't find it first. If it's not very valuable, we'll disconnect it and take it and make two beaded necklaces out of this, and not worry about the fact that this is missing its little white enamel. If it is valuable, we'll see if we can't sell it as it is. If anyone knows anything about something like this, again, please put it in the comments. But it's a pretty piece nonetheless. Let's put this to the side. We'll put it in the project box over here. Okay, let's grab some more stuff. Okie dokie. Metallic beads. Oh, no. Don't grab that. Thank you very much. I don't know if you can see it, but it is slightly ferrous. It is attracted to the magnet, but not strongly. I mean, you can see that the obvious connectors are. Most connectors are. But the beads themselves are just slightly ferrous. I don't think I could sell it in this condition. It's much too dirty. I mean, we could try putting it through the ultrasonic, and we'll do that. There doesn't seem to be any information or jewelry marks on it. It's actually, the beads are actually on chain. It's what I've been doing lately as far as creation. A lot of chain pieces. Let's check the clasp opens and closes. Yes. No. Opens and, well, you have to close it. I might have to replace the clasp. Let's see what happens after I clean it. Moving on. Oh, we're already 28 minutes in. Look at that. This is just beads. They're not cold, so they're not glass or stone. Looks like they were part of another piece. This could be easily made into another necklace. Let's see. It's almost big enough to fit around my neck, which means it would fit if I put it on a wire or a cord. It would be good. Although I'd like to put it on a chain, rather, if I can get the beads through a chain, and they look like they're big enough. Well, it looks like that's the next project. Okay, and we've got some dirty beads, very dirty beads. Again, broken end connectors, which definitely missing pieces to this puzzle. This is probably part of a bigger necklace with multiple strands. Ugh, this definitely needs to be cleaned. I'll put that into the pile to be cleaned. something with a original card on it. We don't need that card. It doesn't have any information. So let's snip and get it out of there. Necklace with black beads. Probably could, yeah, this definitely could use a cleaning. I don't see any jewelry tags or jewelry marks. The clasp works. That's good. So we'll stick it in my pile to be cleaned. But it looks like it could go out as is once it's cleaned. And this looks like a friend. Same or similar beads. These are smaller. Anything on the... Let me take a look closer. Sorry for taking this off camera, but I'll show you my rig in a second. Yeah, this definitely needs some cleaning. But the beads look damaged. Some of them have cracks in them. Yeah, and they're individually knotted, which is interesting. Which means that somebody took a lot of care to put this together. Oh, so let me show you my little magnifier. I don't think anyone else has something like this. I found this in a collection. It's a slide viewer from Knott's Berry Farms, so you can put things inside to view it. What I do is I stick a light source here, so it becomes a light box, and I can look in and I can see things very easily through the light box. I don't recommend holding something like this up to your eye very long, but it does work. It does help me. Okay. So, I mean, beads are okay. So most of them are just, like I said, there's a couple of them that look like they're cracked. Again, we need to throw this through a cleaning, but I don't see anything on the clasp. The clasp seems to work. That's always a good thing to see. And come on. I much prefer lobster clasps to these, but that's okay. Yeah, we'll put it through a cleaner and then we'll decide what to do with it. And you are another black bead necklace. Piece of a feather. Ugh. Again, I don't see any jewelry marks. Looks like somebody put an a different color clasp on this, because this chain connections up to here are silver in color and this is gold in color. So either way, we'd probably need to replace the clasp, and I'd prefer a lobster clasp on here anyway. Maybe we'll do that. Is that gold in color or is that silver in color at the base? Ugh. Again, we need my light source and viewer. Okay, so okay, I see. Okay, so the original coloration on these is golden color. It looks like it has so much wear that the connector here has lost some of its plating and is showing the silvery metal beneath. And somebody replaced this O-ring with a silver one, this jump ring. So we would have to probably put on some new connectors on here regardless. So that sounds like another project. We just need to clean it first and see if the beads clean up nice. Let's see what else. There's not much left in here. Let's see. Let's grab that and that. There's some bits of chain. Okay. So we've got two keychains like this. I'll have to go look them up. Rarely many hands respond with caring. What bothers me is there's like a pentagram on these, it looks like. I'm not sure I'm happy with that, but either way, we've got some stuff that needs to be cleaned off. We'll look these up, see if they have any value. If they don't, we'll get rid of the charm and replace it. Just use the keychain piece with another charm. Project. I have a tendency to have a lot of projects, don't I? Okay, so this is like a folded ribbon on a what is this? Oh, it's a plastic wire. Has a little bit of give, but not much. The beads look horribly tarnished. I don't see a connector anywhere, so I don't even know what I'd do with this. I mean, I could try to rethread it, but that means that I'd be messing with these little folded ribbons. I think this goes to the scrap for somebody else to play with. For those of you who don't know, underneath my desk here, I've got a bag that is labeled for crafting. And when there's something that's looks interesting enough, but is something beyond my ability to repair, it goes to the craft bucket. Okay. Well, we got a couple of charms. Well, this looks like it was a singlet earring. We'll start with this one. What is that inside? It's supposed to be like a bow? I don't know. Let's see. Is it ferrous? Let's start with that. No, non-ferrous. So it could be silver. I'm going to take a minute to get a closer look. Maybe it has some jewelry mark. And it does. It says 925. Nice. Ka-ching. It's right on the earring right there. It has etched in at 925. I know you can't see it on camera. It's not going to show up, but it does. So this goes to my silver pile. Nice. I mean, it doesn't guarantee that it's silver. I've certainly had things that said 14K that weren't 14K. But it pays the check, especially when you see a mark like that. Okay, so we got a bit of chain, which it's obviously ferrous, and we'll add that to my scrap pile for future pieces. We've got another piece of broken chain, and obviously ferrous, so that can go into my ferrous chain pile. We've got this, which looks like it was part of an earring. It's missing all sorts of stones. Yeah, this is going to go to the craft pile. I don't think I can do anything with this at this point. Interesting. This is a leather bracelet. The slide work. Yeah. Somebody put some wire on here. Interesting. Probably copper. I don't like that. I have to see if I can bend it back into place because I don't want anyone to get stabbed. Because there's like a loose piece of, or a loose end of wire right there. Maybe I'll see if I can trim it. An interlocked male and female symbol. I wonder if this is for our friends out there. I would appreciate it. Who knows? Okay, we'll put this in the fix-it pile, just because I just want to fix this one little piece right here. Let's see what we got here. Oh, another strand, probably from the same piece that we've been looking at. But this one, no, it can't be. These are different colored beads. Maybe that one. Let me grab that back here. Yeah, this is the same set of beads. This is filthy. This needs to be cleaned and something done with it. Okay, I'll just put it in the project pile. Figure that out later. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stop the video, and because that's the end of what's in that box there. And I guess we'll do the next video where we'll try to restring this on a chain and see what we get out of it. Okay, thank you very much for joining me. Once again, this is Vegas Valley Treasures. My name is Kenneth. I am your host, your hand model, your crazy self-proclaimed Vegas Valley treasure hunter. If you haven't visited my store, please go and do so. I'm on whatnot.com and the Whatnot app under Vegas Valley Treasures, one word. Please come and visit us, buy some jewelry. Thank you very much, and you have yourselves a great day.